Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFella in the house, man. We back with you here on this Saturday morning where we gonna give you all the world in sports, man. The way we do it in the cigar lounges, raw, uncut. Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got NFL, we got Dion, we got Mel Tucker. I mean, Coach Norval. We even got some NBA drama to talk about a little bit, man. So man, I'm gonna bring in my people and we about to get it in. I know last week we kind of got real buck wild, but that was season 7, episode 1 opener. That's what we do. That's how we do it in the Sky Shots, man. So I'm gonna start bringing in my 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 partners. I'll start off with it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Um, he in the Sports Zone studios today, so I don't know how loose he gonna get. Pause before they say something because they clowned me last week about something I said. Lucky Lefty, what's up?
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm in the studio and I'm smoking, Sean. So you and Maya just y'all gonna have to find me. Cause I'm
They
lighting up
gonna
in the
have to deal
studio.
with it, huh?
Y'all
They
gonna
gonna
have to
have to deal
find
with
me. I'm like the kings of comedy. They said they would every venue they would smoke before the show and they would just pay the fine up front. So I
it.
cash app you my fine up front, Sean, because I'm smoking today. I'm in the
Hey,
Sports Zone
what's
studio, man. Thank y'all. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. A lot to talk about. Man, we back at it, ready to get active. Let's get to it.
give a shout out to Vernon. He always the first one to jump out there. Got Quita. What's up, baby girl?
What up, Munch?
DY Nemesis out there. Hey, this is what we do. This is how we get it in. Um, we KDL 33 is having some technical difficulties. He will be with us shortly, but we're gonna keep this train rolling like we normally do and get it in. So, Lefty, man, a lot going on in the sports world, man. A lot going on. So, I kind of want to start off. It's sad, you know, when we hear these stories about athletes and this domestic violence. So I couldn't go without talking about Kevin Porter, arrested for the domestic violence on his girlfriend. Woke up out
Mhm.
of her sleep with a two-piece. If you don't know who Kevin Porter is, he is an NBA player with the Houston Rockets. Um, and come to find out, he got a long list of incidents, man, over the last few years, man. That's the reason he's been kind of shipped around the league. Um, I can't remember his girlfriend's name, but she is a WNBA player. She's not on the team this year because she left after having some, you know, mental
Yeah.
stress and mental illness. So she stepped back. So she's not on the team this year. But to wake up out your sleep from a barrage of
What
blows
up,
and
Sweets?
uh, a choke down, I mean, man, it's kind of
I
crazy.
mean, you know what, man? People got, we tend to think that, like, because people got a little money or they're athletes and entertainers, man, that they not real people. They got real issues. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's one of those things that's sad for a young man, and we get upset because they pretty much blowing a big opportunity. And domestic violence is never okay. Never okay to put your hands on a woman. But we don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, or if they have a volatile relationship, whatever it is. It's still no excuse for him to do what he did. But you know what, man? Instead of condemning the young man. I think was at some point, these young men who do stuff like this. At some point, we gotta kind of like, like let's get to the root of it. Try to get them some help instead of just kicking them out the league and suspending them. Like really send them. I would like to see the NBA like send them to, some type of counseling, like mandatory counseling. Like get down to the depth of it and find out what's really going on with the young man instead of just, oh, you suspended, we cutting you from the team. Don't just throw him in the trash, man, because it could really be something deep with that. We don't know. He might have saw his father, his parents may have had a volatile relationship. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
nobody really knows. So, I think I would like to see in all sports, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, everybody, NHL, going forward to, try to get down to the root of it. Now, if it's a repeat offender, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if this is well, you say he has a history of it, but like I say, let's try to see
Well,
what's
he in
wrong.
a history of a lot of different things.
Yeah,
Uh,
he a wild boy. He a wild boy.
he went off in the locker room because they moved his locker. He throwing
Hmm.
chairs and all this stuff. So he got anger management. He Sly probably can relate to him more than anybody on the show. Uh,
Slide just loud though.
you know, but he snapped off at that. It's another list. It's a whole list of stuff, man.
I mean, not
And
to
now
put,
he's been put on the trading block.
but not to put nobody out there. Who the hell gonna trade for him? But not to put nobody out there. But look at what happened with Richard Sherman, and now it looked like he went and got some help. And look at him,
Hmm.
man. He on Undisputed. He on Amazon. That's what I'm saying. Like it would be nice to see the league. Whether it's the team or the league get involved and say, okay, we'll suspend you, but part of your suspension while you suspended is, you got to go see this, go to counseling. Let's try to get down to it. Like help them instead of just throwing them in the trash. And that, I think that would, that could make a difference, even if it's just one out of every 4 or 5. You know what I mean? At least it's somebody you're trying to help. Just show you care instead of just, oh, this property, just throw them in the trash. Don't trade the man in like an iPhone 5 for the iPhone 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Wow, get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
see what's
went
up
you
with
went
it, man.
you went with the Apple reference, bro.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. And I'm
Uh,
not an iPhone user, by the way. All
but
iPhone
that
users are all iPhone
you
users are
want to be.
bougie. All iPhone users are bougie, and they hate kittens and puppies. But go ahead, continue.
I don't like cats, but I do like
No,
a puppy, man, and I'm an iPhone user, man. So
no,
don't be disrespectful.
you hate puppies. You hate puppies. You're an iPhone user.
Hey, hey, Sean, is KDL 33 ready, or as Tim Smith say, KDL 0?
And Sweet's got a great comment, man. He said he agree 50%, but if me or you hit a woman, we don't have all them options. We going to jail. And you
Yeah,
absolutely right.
those are
You're
facts.
absolutely right.
Those
Yeah,
are
but
facts.
yeah, and we gonna lose our jobs. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I mean, we could even take it corporate America, whatever it is. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be that legal side of it, but for all that the NBA and the NFL, these professional leagues require of the athletes outside of the court or the field, at the very least, if you see an issue, just try. I'm just saying, just pretend like you care, even if you don't. Just they got enough money, they can hire counselors, or they got people for everything. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, whatever. All these cats getting suspended now for they FanDuel accounts. You know what I'm saying? Some
Man,
of them seriously have a gambling problem.
yeah,
Like
and I
it's one thing.
mean, you've
It's
seen it
almost,
before.
yeah.
You've seen it before with the gambling problems, but now that you got the FanDuel and
Pete Rose.
you got all these other avenues where the you know
Hey,
NFL, NBA, they
remember,
can watch it like a hawk.
sports
Now
betting is
you getting popped
big.
for it.
He said a
Mm.
rental center. I am in the Sports Zone studio, Tim. Sean, he talking about it. He talking about our studio. Kick him off. Whoop his ass, Sean.
Hey, hey, I decided to represent Chicago, period, and
Yeah.
just with the Chi Town, and then it kind of looks smoky.
But
It
but
kind of
but you
looks
know,
smoky.
but you know what though? It's almost like it's like our justice system, man. We just throw cats in jail and don't rehab them. Not It's not mandatory. You just throw them in a cage. It's not to the extreme, but it's similar because you know it's a you just suspend them, like just go home for a couple of weeks and then come back. Like, but what is are you really trying to fix this person so they can be a better version, and especially someone that's representing your league?
Hey,
The Rockets
hey,
just gonna
Lefty.
trade the boy like it's nothing.
Hey, hey, Lefty.
Mhm.
KDL has fixed his technical difficulties, so we're gonna bring him in so he can join in on the conversation.
Kevo,
KDL, Kevo, what's up, man?
Apologize, had a couple technical difficulties.
I thought you got
All
started
of a
by
sudden,
B. Thought you
but
got
I am
started
back.
by
Hey
B.
man, I'm sitting here listening to y'all, and while I agree with second chances, I agree Warden obviously needs some help because he had problems in Cleveland. And in his first rodeo, he had a problem with John Lucas. Was it last year? 2 years ago? Last year,
Yeah,
blew up at halftime. They sent him home during the game.
So he got anger issues.
He got anger
pretty
issues.
much.
But once you start putting your hands on a woman, and supposedly the article I read, you start beating this woman
Hmm.
while she was asleep.
Yeah, that's
So you couldn't get in the room. You had a hotel dude let you in the room because she wouldn't. I guess she was asleep, wouldn't open the door. You come in and you beat her. Now let's say that's me and you. I agree with Sweets 100%. Let's say that's me and you.
yeah.
You're going to jail just like he did, but
Right.
you're not going to get a second chance to still make millions of dollars. You'll be done. You'll no
Exactly.
longer work at your job. They're not going to rehab you and bring you back. You're done. So I guess my question would be, where's the limit?
Yeah, but if but, but
What does he have to do to be
I
like
know, but
done?
if
Not
you're gonna if you're gonna treat if you're gonna treat these players like property, like they're your property, then at the very least, try. Like it's clear this young man has anger issues.
agreed,
Mm-hmm.
It's
Agreed.
clear as hell he got anger issues.
agreed.
I'm just saying, at least the effort to, like send him to mandatory counseling. Hey man, let's see what's going on with you.
They probably will do that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
But
that that
the
that
difference
would
is
that would be part of the suspension for me. But don't just now Houston just going he on the trading block. Let's throw him away, give him to another team, let them handle the problem.
well, first of all, ain't nobody gonna trade for him. Number one.
Exactly.
Number two, Adam Silver needs to step in and make an example out of him. Yes, I agree. Down the line, everybody should get a second chance. Everybody makes mistakes. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But
Yeah.
you can't just run around beating on females, dog, and it's
Oh,
all good.
I agree.
And then you come back and still make millions of dollars, and you didn't mess this girl neck up for life. You didn't bruise her. Like you can't be rewarded for that. And what I mean by being rewarded is you're gonna get a second chance of making millions of dollars. Now I don't know. He got a guaranteed contract. What happens with that?
Right.
Because Houston ain't talking about firing him. They talking about trading him.
Right.
Yeah, they trying
So
to get somebody. They trying to get somebody to come and take some of that
Ain't
contract,
nobody
but ain't
trading
nobody
that
going
ain't
for it.
nobody
So
trading for him.
because
what they probably
he's
Either
gonna
you're
still
end
gonna
got
up
the
doing is
suspend him.
sending them
suspension.
home.
So either you're gonna suspend it. Well, Adam Silver gonna make the decision. But if you the Rockets, you gotta, hey dog, go home. Yes, as a team, we will put you in a rehab. We will get help for you because technically we got to pay you. So yes, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
And
bro,
if you
ain't nobody
paying them if you paying them anyway,
right.
shit,
You
at
got to
least
it's a
slip them
guaranteed
somewhere.
contract.
You know what I mean?
It's a guaranteed contract. Unless he murdered somebody or something like that, that's when they can go in and void the contract. Something like that. But domestic violence, I don't think they can void the contract, but they can for damn sure send them home. And like you said, since they're your property, you're on the contract, then they can put him in
Well,
rehab, whatever. Because
hey
they
Kev,
should have put him in rehab
that
when he snapped on John Lucas.
that phrase that says um, inappropriate behavior detrimental to the team. That phrase covers a whole lot, Kevo. So I'm sure
Yeah,
some
that's right. That's
legal
right.
is being brought into
Yeah,
this right now to
Yeah.
check
yeah,
out some loopholes and all of that stuff. But I'm with
I agree.
Lefty. You know,
Contract
you got
detrimental. You're right. They can throw that in there. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
you gotta help these individuals. It doesn't matter what color, race, sex they are. You got to put some effort into these guys because, like you said, you technically they're your employees. So just like on our our jobs and so forth, if you got some issues or whatever, they have
They got them
EAP.
hotlines,
You know what I'm saying?
EAP.
They got the hotlines, and they try to extend that olive branch and help individuals, and this is one of those situations. Now, what he does after the help, that right there could be what
Right.
big concern. Big
And
concern. You know what I'm
and
saying?
and I want I look. I want to clear something up. There's no way I'm saying he deserves a second chance. I'm not saying give him a second chance. I'm saying at least for his sake, try to get him some help. The legal system gonna deal with him, Sweets. I agree with you. She a victim. He's gonna be punished legally. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he that's gonna happen. Like no NBA, nobody should get in the way of that. I'm just saying if you're investing millions of dollars into these athletes, at the very least, like just an effort. That's all I'm saying. Just try. Just send them to counseling. And if you keep doing it, you know what? You're a head case. You out of here. 3 strikes and out. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than like I mentioned before. Our prison system. That's why we got so many repeat offenders. We just throw them in a cage and leave them there. We don't try to rehab them. We don't try to see what's going on with them. We don't try to see
Facts.
why they doing the things they doing. And then they come out and do the same shit. So he gets suspended. What happened? He maybe get whatever's gonna happen with the legal system. But if he don't go to jail, he gets suspended, and some other team just take a chance on him after he gets suspended because somebody got hurt or they feel like he can help their team. Then he the same person. He ain't no being no
Adam,
better.
but do you agree Adam Silver should suspend him for the year?
I don't know about the length, but he should be suspended. I agree.
For the year.
I can't. I mean,
You
He's
gotta
gonna
you gotta
he gonna
look,
catch
man.
a suspension.
If you
you
suspended
gave
Morant,
Ja 30. You gave Ja 30. So
right? You gave Ja 30. Ja, you ain't gonna see Ja till at least Christmas, right? That's basically half the year.
yep.
He didn't shoot nobody technically. He didn't beat nobody technically, or none of that. This dude beat on a female, bruh.
Yeah.
Domestic violence. So what's the example you set, Adam Silver? Because we watching you, Adam Silver. What's the example? If you get Ja's second offense for a gun, you give him half the year, 30, whatever, 30. Okay. This is I don't remember a domestic violence case, so I can't
Right.
somebody correct me. I don't know if it's ever been an incident where the league suspended somebody for domestic violence. I can't remember. So
Well,
I
that's
can't
your
we don't
boy
have a
from
precedent.
Charlotte.
Dude,
That
and
was your boy from
Yeah, but
Charlotte.
he didn't get but that was no, that was towards the end of the year and he
And he
was
didn't
going into
play for
free
damn
agency.
near a whole year.
and the
He got
dirtbag
suspended for
That
the
was
year.
by
Okay, correct me. He
that
got
was by
suspended for the year.
that was by design.
the dirtbag baseball dude, what's his name? The one who kept beating on his old lady. They
Oh
finally
yeah,
got
with
him
him, yeah.
together. That
I'm
dirtbag.
talking about the NBA's precedent. Okay, well then
Right.
you got to give him a year then.
NBA.
You got to give him a year.
Yeah.
You got to give him a year.
Let me ask you this, Kevin. Do you agree within that while he's out for that year, would it help to get him mandatory counseling? Like you got to go through this 6-8 weeks of this counseling. Let's try to see. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I
so
think
just suspend them and sitting them out is one thing, but what I mean is like, let's see what's going on with this young man. Like I say, he might have saw his father beat his mother. We don't know. Like we don't know
we don't
why
know.
anger. We don't. He may have been abused as a kid. We really like nobody really knows what's going on with people who act like that. But it's a background to it. Do you know most
Okay.
most like guys who abusive males have seen their, like, I forgot the percentage, but it's a huge percentage, they saw their fathers beat their mothers, their fathers beat them. They were victims as well. So we just
Right.
don't
Or
know.
it
That's
was
all.
a single mother that had some man in the house
Yeah,
that put it on them.
right.
So I
I don't.
mean,
I'm sorry, man. I have no sympathy for dudes that beat on women. I don't.
I don't either.
So
I'm not
I don't
saying
give a damn what he went through. I don't give a damn what his experience was. I don't give a damn what he saw. Fuck that. Excuse my language. You a damn adult.
I get
You
that.
make your own damn decisions. It doesn't matter what you saw in life. I done seen some messed up stuff in life in 50 years. That
Unless you're
don't
gonna
mean I
ban,
go out and do it.
unless you're gonna ban
So
them from the league,
I'm not
period.
going that route, dog.
But
I have no sympathy whatsoever.
so you just gonna suspend them, let them back in the league? What's that
No,
gonna do?
I'm
So
agreeing
ban,
with you.
so
No, no,
ban them
no.
for
I'm
life then.
agreeing with no, no, no. I'm agreeing with you. that he should be suspended, and I agree that he should have some type of counseling. I agree with that. Whether that's Houston, I would think it would be Houston because he's their property, or the league step in and say, "Hey, we need to see you went through this counseling before we even consider bringing you back." Either way, I agree
Okay.
with that. But
All
the
right. So
excuse that
let
he's
me throw
seen
this
this
in
and
here,
this is why he
Kevo.
do it, that's
Lefty.
bullshit. You make your own decisions. You a damn adult.
We got some comments too, but go ahead.
Right. Sweets, you say 42 games, understood. But let's throw this one in there. We talked about Kevin Porter. What about Mel Tucker? MSU, Michigan State University head coach. He got fired for sexual harassment. And the kicker was he is sexually harassing a sexual harassment advocate.
But they don't know
Let
what to
that
say
sink
about
in.
that because he's saying
Let
the
that
stuff that
sink in.
happened was consensual.
If dumb shit was a person.
I mean, I don't. So let me ask y'all this because y'all saw the article too.
Hey, we got our brothers got.
He's saying I didn't take advantage of her. Whatever happened was consensual, which I don't understand. I don't think it was no penetration. I think it was. I don't know. But she's saying he took advantage of me because I happen to be hey
Now
man.
what? Now take advantage is a wide range. Like
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
advantage is I let him hit and he broke my heart, so now I'm about to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be considered.
I didn't hear it was intercourse though. I thought it was
Whoa.
No, still.
Hold on. Repeat what you said, Lefty.
I let him hit and then I'm just saying that we don't know. I mean, he ain't like it wasn't like he threw in the closet and ripped the drawers off. It was some old like y'all was flirting or whatever. Like, man, we all got to take the sexual harassment training. Let's just face it, it is what it is. Every year we got to take that stupid shit at our job.
It's coming up because it's fall. It's coming up too.
Right,
Go
exactly.
ahead.
It's already before the summer dress season. You gotta always put it out there for the test. But I mean, we know what it is. People flirt and shit happens in the workplace all the time, and
All the time.
But then if somebody getting their feelings or they get hurt, then you know what I'm saying, and their feelings get hurt. Now you want to come out with it because you brokenhearted and you took advantage of me. So I hate. Like
we don't know though. We don't know. She got a side too. She got a side too.
I hate that they just act right away. And I don't know how long they've been investigating this. Like they say with the Udoka shit. Like let's dig deep into it. Like let's investigate it before you act. And if they
no.
Whatever, then
no. I'm gonna tell you why.
She said taking advantage. Now if she'd have said rape or some shit like that. Taking advantage is that's
you know why they acted quickly?
It's a real gray area.
You know why they acted quickly?
Northwestern.
Because this is Michigan State. All kind of wild shit that happened at Michigan. Like any inkling, they like, hey, we're done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
What's her nationality? I'll take it there.
I don't know.
See, here you go, Lefty. Here you go.
Hey man, again. She has a side too, sir. We don't know what happened.
I bet she wasn't a Nubian African princess. I bet she wasn't that.
Good morning, Queen.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Grand Rising.
Come on, man.
Have a good day, beautiful.
Right.
Come on, man.
It's still because we know the good old boy is still at the top of the top of these universities and all that. And okay, Darky, you overstepping it. You're messing with our women now. You're getting a little out of hand. That's what happened with Udoka. We know what it was.
Right. You know what? I was just going to say that. If anything, he should have learned from Udoka. Like, stop messing with people in the workplace, brother. Like, you can't do that.
Well, some dirtbags it's just in them. You're a dirtbag. You're a dirtbag.
So here go Mel Tucker's comments. He said he enjoyed it. Speaking of the sex talk, with both sides' acknowledgement, I think she liked it. She turned him in. She claimed she panicked and couldn't hang up the phone. You panicked, but you couldn't hang up the phone.
Yeah, so allegedly he was masturbating while they were on the phone, and that's that was the issue. That's the allegation. So it's difficult Yeah, it's tough to
He got fired for rubbing one out. Oh, come on, man.
Allegedly.
What kind of
Come on,
sick?
Allegedly.
Come
Allegedly.
on, man. Really?
So he
Oh,
was on the phone talking about, hold on, don't leave. Hold on, don't hang up.
Yeah.
Don't hang
I'm
up.
almost there. I'm almost there.
She didn't hang up. She didn't hang up the phone. She went through the whole 2 minutes.
She couldn't find the hang up button.
Come on, man. So Sean, let me ask you a question, seriously. So you think this man just called her one night out of nowhere? You know what? I'm feeling the mood. Let me call Shorty. First of all, I got a number. Let me call her and just get on the phone and just rub one out and talk crazy. We ain't had no other interactions. We ain't talked on the phone before or nothing.
First time, here's what they're doing, blah blah.
Right,
you know. So and this is where you talk about, and you mentioned it. You said it, and you stated it clearly. You should have learned from Udoka. You know, it's when you're in that particular spot, people. And Kevin. I agree with you completely. She has a side too. Okay, but being a former athlete and seeing so many women, we've seen it. Remember the Patrick Kane situation. Remember the Derrick Rose situation. We have plenty of situations. All you need is one situation, and now everything else has to be in question. So just because a woman cries rape, cries sexual assault, cries, now all of a sudden you just can't believe them. It's unfortunate, but that's the way the world is, because there's so many different situations where women have used that to their for out of spite, okay, out of revenge,
exactly.
Okay, so you don't know what monetary reasons, okay, blackmail. There's so many different ways, and that sucks for the actual people who've been actual victims. But you can't look at it that way anymore. And so now you can't, we're telling athletes, hey, don't put yourself in this position. Apparently, we got to have coaches not put themselves in this position either. But here's the thing, and I know this may rub people the wrong way, but he's at work all the time. Like, you understand the amount of hours a head coach at a college, at a Power 5, Big 10 program puts in?
That's why most of them are getting
$100 hours a year.
Yes, I agree with that. But you the head coach of Michigan State, you can't find a damn woman?
Well, maybe his Pornhub account was suspended or something. He just had to get one out. There's some people just freaks like that.
I know, and I'm
he waited to talk to her to do it.
So no, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. With the vast alumni association of Michigan State, you should be able to find company. Okay?
That's all I'm saying, Sean. That's all I'm saying.
No, you should. You know what I'm saying? You should. And you know what? Very, very discreet, very, again, he's human, he has needs. I get it. He's working over 100 hours a week. He's traveling, and then sometimes even more. He's traveling, still recruiting, all this other stuff. I get it. You better make sure that you have these conversations with the alumni in the area. Like, okay, here's what we can do. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff where it's consensual, where there's, and I hate to say it, but you got a madam and she's got clients. This whole, you know what I'm saying? It's just stay out of the limelight.
Only thing
that's Robert Kraft. I know they got he could have did Robert Kraft.
Established
Sean, you real descriptive on this, man.
Mel Tucker's a freak.
Something you want to tell us?
No, I want to tell you.
No, I'm just saying. I think about it.
None I want to tell you.
This man lost his job for being a freak. He's just a freaky dude. I mean, at least Udoka was having an affair. He was smashing. Like, he was actually,
Well, Udoka went all in. Hey, the money.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Udoka risk it all, baby.
If I'm gonna lose my job, I'm just saying,
go out in a blaze of glory.
Right. I'm gonna go out. I ain't gonna get 20 years in the joint for shoplifting. I'm not robbing a convenience store. I'm robbing a bank.
Hey,
I mean, this dude lost his job and didn't even piss the. Well, never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna risk it all.
I'm gonna put all my chips and I'm going in. So the crime is gonna fit the
punishment. Get fired for rubbing one out. Come on now. Oh man, this is terrible.
Hey, Will Wheat, what's up? Joe McCants, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in to the show.
It's just some sports talk, man. It's freaking.
Hey, man.
Bothering me.
Hey, yeah, we got
this early in the morning.
All right, man. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and get into this NFL. And Sean, let's get into some lefties logic early. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Lefty's logic is dysfunctional couple. And I
Lefty's Logic.
Welcome to Lefty's Logic. Thank y'all for tuning in. So the title of this is Dysfunctional Couple. Now, by any means, this it's not a jab. I don't want the alphabet community to get up in arms, because I'm not saying these. It's just a spin on words. But I want to talk about this Justin Fields Luke Getsy relationship. Something's going on. Now we know overreaction. Overreaction. Game one, everybody overreacting. But us as Bears fans, we see something is wrong, right? And so now, we going like this is the same stuff we saw from last year that we saw game one, and we're the whole time, all off season, all we heard was how Fields got a grasp for the offense. It's his offense. He's looking better. He's this. He's that. He's gonna take a Jalen Hurts type jump. And then game one, Luke Getsy's game plan just showed me that you still don't trust him. See, y'all like the couple on social media that take all the pictures and y'all the beautiful couple. Then we all shocked. We shocked when y'all break up, when really one of y'all is insecure. Like, y'all look great on camera when y'all together, but you don't want to go past the porch because you don't trust her. You don't trust her. And that's what I'm seeing with Luke Getsy and Justin Fields. Me and Sly had a conversation yesterday. Sly, how Sly just goes in. He just feel like Luke Getsy's a piece of shit and needs to be fired and he's horrible. But I go back to, if you remember the game Justin Fields was out against the Jets. Nathan Peterman was the quarterback. The offense ran totally different. He was throwing downfield, drops, step back, drop back. Claypool caught his longest reception of the year. That's a trust issue. That's to me, I see a trust issue with Getsy. I don't think Getsy just figured this is the way that we're going to beat Green Bay. He doesn't trust Justin Fields. And for this man to have been around Aaron Rodgers, his whole career, and I think he knows a quarterback. I think he knows what a quarterback is capable of doing. He was a QB coach. I don't agree with them constantly trying to cover up, Fields' weaknesses. Like, let him off the chain. But it's clearly, the blame game is going around. A lot of people putting this on Getsy, but it's definitely a trust issue with him. And even if you look at just preseason, we don't take preseason that serious, but look at how different it looked when Bajent was in there, the rookie, the second stringer, the boy that came up. Drop back, taking shots down the field, pushing the ball down the field. So it's a little more trust. I think these bubble screens and all this, it has something to do with how he feels about Justin. He just don't believe in him. And we saw, just like last year, there was times where Justin held the ball too long again. I think, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, he had the fifth longest time in the pocket, like almost 3.5 seconds, whatever it was. But it was like, and the line started catching blame again. He has time to get the ball out. He missed more on a few passes. Getsy, who's with him more than anybody, more than Eberflus or anybody, Poles, anybody, it's something wrong. It's something wrong. And he's covering up Justin's weaknesses. But in my mind, it's time for him to sink or swim. It's year 3. The worst case scenario for the Bears and Justin Fields is to fire Luke Getsy and to have him his third offensive coordinator in 3-4 years. That's a recipe for disaster with any NFL quarterback. So I'll let the guys jump in, and Sean, you can jump in on this too. Then we can get into the Bears thing. So
hey, Lefty, real talk, and Kev, this is not a jab or anything like that. But as we sat there and watched the New York game last Sunday night, they were in the rain. Daniel Jones, threw the interception. But Dable did not say, okay, we finna put Daniel Jones in the box. No, they still let him do what they game plan for. And I don't see that here. I don't see that here. I can see, when we had the monsoon game one last year, You know, it was hard to throw that ball. They had to run and all of that stuff. Get it. This was not it. It was a beautiful day outside, and they just abandoned everything that they probably gained and put him in the box. You can't put that young kid in the box, and you really have to let him. You got to let him be who he's gonna be.
Sink or swim. It's sink
You
or
should
swim.
really do it this year because pretty soon
Box.
you're gonna be up for a contract, and you got to make a decision. Pretty soon you're gonna have to make a decision. So you would think year 3, okay, you got the same coaching staff, you know the offense, so this ain't brand new, right? You should, because there was a lot of people this year talking about, particularly on ESPN. Now they didn't turn on him now. But early in the year, they was like Justin Fields might be up for MVP this year, right?
Right. Yeah, they were.
Now they're saying, I watched ESPN all week. They was like, how do you feel about the development of Justin Fields? They say he does not go through his progressions. And when he go one, he look, and he takes off. They said this should not be your go-to. That should be your last resort. Yes, you can run. You proved it.
Right.
That should be your last resort. It shouldn't be a part of your arsenal if you're going to be
Well,
a good quarterback.
he didn't
So now
even
is
do
that
that.
on Fields
Game
or is that
one.
on Guessie's play call?
He didn't do that game
Y'all
one.
Bears fans, y'all tell me.
Sean, you were at the game.
Sean played the game.
You were at the game, right, Sean?
Yes.
I mean, you were there. You know, he was back there with the press and all of that. So, what's your insight on this?
It seems very similar to 2019, where the different regimes, but it still seems similar to what the way they coached Mitch. If you remember, they had Mitch stay in the pocket forever, right?
Mhm.
And I think what they're doing with Justin is they're coaching the Justin Fields out of Justin Fields. All right, I think they're telling him to remember the one thing that everyone talked about was he's got to hit the check down, he's got to hit the short route, he's got to hit that. If he does that, he's got to do this. So that's basically what it seems like to me that he's doing, that he's adamant about that. Don't run, hit the check down, don't run, hit the check down, don't run. All these things, if you start thinking this, all right, they're going to paralyze you. And it seems like they've gotten into his head, because there were plenty of times when Chase Claypool was open, when DJ Moore was open, and Darnell Mooney were open, and he didn't ball. And I don't know if I think I told you a couple weeks ago, I said in that Bills game, there was one play where he had some pressure from his right side, and there was a cover 2. They occupied both safeties, and Darnell Mooney was running behind the far safety. I said, had Justin Fields thrown that pass, I would have been completely happy. I'm like, okay, he sees it, he understands it. Whether you complete it or not, I don't care. I just need to know that he can see that. He didn't throw that pass. He bounced back, ran out. It was a 3rd down. He didn't get the 1st down. They punted, whatever. But that was huge for me. And I was like, he didn't throw that pass, which means he didn't see it, and he wasn't willing to take that hit. He's not willing to go deep, because I think this is what they're beat into his head, which is the worst thing you can do for this guy. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Getsy right now. I'm not a big fan of his at all. And I asked him after the game, I'm like, what were you seeing? What were they doing that caused you not to go deep to anybody else? And he got a little snarky with me. He's like, well, what do you mean? He goes, Moon had a touchdown. I'm like, no, not that one. I said everything else, which was lateral. And then he basically said, well, that was kind of like the game plan. So that was the game plan, to throw bubble screens and laterals? So if that's very telling. So if that's the case, and you had wide receivers open downfield, they're saying, hey, keep it in, intermediate to short. They might be overcoaching him now, and that is a bad thing. And I think that's what they're doing, is overcoaching him, getting him into his head. Because I don't think, and I said this on another show, Justin Fields is like a good soldier. All right. He's like, do this. Okay. Do this. Okay. Do this. Okay, cool. And then if it breaks down, then take off. Okay. Use your athletic ability. That's his last resort. I think he doesn't have enough jerk in him. Think about all the great quarterbacks. They got a little bit of jerk in them. All right. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. All right.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole.
But that's not his personality. And he's got to have that.
Dak either.
Say, hey, huh?
I said Dak either.
Yeah.
They
They
guys.
got to have that. He has to have that, because sometimes you know it's better you know what's going on more because you're on the field than they do on the sideline. And sometimes, even though it may be called perfectly from the sideline, you see something different, and he's got to have the cojones to say, you know what, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. If it works, great. If it doesn't, say, hey, here's what I saw. I think they're overcoaching him, and that's really taking his effectiveness away, and that's really going to cause him a lot of money as far as a contract. They need, more importantly, they're causing him to win.
Cutler had it. Y'all might not have liked him, but Cutler had it.
I love Cutler.
Cutler.
He
had it.
Cutler was an ass.
I do kind of want to switch a little bit. We still talking Bears. I want to switch a little bit.
Wait, man. But before you switch though, I just want to ask Sean this. But I don't think Getsy's an idiot by any means. Right, he's QB coach for Aaron Rodgers for years. Like he's been around a Hall of Fame quarterback, so I don't think he's a complete idiot. It's something that he sees in Justin that he just doesn't trust, and maybe it could have been the bubble screens were part of the game plan. And what they say to the media, like this coaching staff is good with PR, right? They not like the idiot in KC. What's his name? The last coach, Matt Nagy. But Nagy was 0 for 50 with press conferences. Like they're
lost
very
every
good
one
with
of
the
them.
press conference. They're very good with the press conference. So of course Getsy's gonna say, yeah, that's part of the plan. He's not gonna come out and say, look, Justin was missing reads. Justin wasn't. He missed this. He missed that. He's never gonna come out and blast them. But the way that game was called, even playing from behind, that doesn't show you it's a trust issue.
No, I think I don't think so, because you've seen Justin Fields throw the ball deep. His first 2 years, he wasn't very successful all the time, but you saw him throw the ball deep. You saw him throw the ball to Darnell Mooney. You saw him throw the ball to N'Keal Harry last year. You saw him throw the ball to EQ St. Brown. He's throwing the ball deep.
Yeah,
so he has the ability.
Once every 20 attempts.
But that was with a less offensive line. But that's also with a less proven, less dangerous wide receiving core. If anything, I'm thinking, and my focus is Getsy. Like, are you trying to be the smartest man in the room again? Because we just got rid of that dude, and he's back coaching Kansas City. Because I didn't see very many rollouts. I just think he's moving in the pocket, get him to the edge, stress the defense. If there's nothing open on that half of the field, then Justin can run for it. You put a lot of people in a lot of stressful situations when you roll that pocket, and you got one of the best weapons in the NFL to do that, and he didn't do that. It seems to me like he's actually trying to be the smartest guy in the room, and he's screwing himself over.
Okay.
So I got a question too. So I watched the game. What's up with all the screens, man, and the bubble screens? Like, so going into week 2?
That's what we talking about. Like,
how do you feel if you DJ more? And I know, I might not be Hopkins. I might not be, Devontae Adams. I might not be those guys, right? But I know I can beat some of these guys that's covering me, right? I run my route, I beat them, and I'm there, and you don't throw the ball. This is what you brought me here for, right? 2 targets to the dude that's the best receiver on the squad?
2 catches
Come on now.
for both first downs.
I don't know what that's about.
But and they show he missed them on a few routes.
Yeah.
More was open. Yeah. He actually missed. You can't sit and tell me for all the heat Chase Claypool is catching, right? All of a sudden Claypool's a bum. Like maybe you.
I don't get that. I don't know what's going on with him, man.
Maybe you gave up too much to get him, but you can't tell me that dude I saw at Notre Dame in Pittsburgh all of a sudden is just a bum. Now, maybe his effort on blocking, I give you that. It was shitty. But he looks frustrated because he was missing a few things too. And the way they're using him, you can't tell me this dude is all of a sudden just a bum.
But lucky, if you stop in the middle of a play and you don't give effort, like,
he's not a bum,
like if you stop in the middle of a play and you don't give effort,
right? No, that's what I'm saying. Right, I get you.
That's just like if you're playing basketball and your man move you out the way. He going for the rebound. He putting it back in, and you just standing there with absolutely no effort. You ain't tried nothing to stop him. That's what I saw on one of them plays, bro.
No.
That means either you checked out,
you're right about that.
Or you're not all the way checked in. Then they threw you the ball, you dropped it.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like Chase Claypool is not a wide receiver, screen receiver. He's a downfield.
I agree with that.
So the others, and I'm not making an excuse for him. His effort was shitty. He definitely should be. They should have pulled him in the office. They claim they did. And talk to him about it. But now I'm hearing bench him. He's a bum. Like he's this. He's a bust. All of a sudden, that dude didn't forget how to be a receiver. That dude can still play wide receiver. It's how he's being used. It's an issue.
I don't think he's a bum by any stretch. All right, but here's the thing: is that you have to buy in, and just because you don't get the ball the way you want it every time, doesn't mean that they're not going to use you. And first of all, yes, make sure you use him more. All right, we talked about it last. What was it? Just you said it. Remember, Justin Fields didn't even go to him early last year. It was Simeon when Simeon was hurt. Right, he threw those as long as I was like throwing the ball.
Yep.
Are we in the same shit as Nagy? Are we dealing with the same stuff? Because you had N'Keal Harry last year and you didn't throw it to him, and that's all he did was jump balls. You got us a 6'4" Chase Claypool. So in my opinion, right now it's Getsy who's really under fire. And I couldn't go Thursday to the press conference to Hallis Hall because on Thursdays is the coordinators. They have access to the coordinators. I had mom's had a doctor's appointment and I forgot about it, so I couldn't go because I want to ask him, like, what's your identity? What are you going to start using these guys to their advantage? Because you're right, he's not a screen guy. I mean, he could be because he's big, tall. You make one guy miss and you start chasing. Okay, cool. Right. If you throw a screen to him, fine, but get him on a slant, get him on a comeback, get him on a deep end, get him on a corner route, get him. Use this. He's not using his players to their advantage, and it seems like he's trying to outsmart people. He's really outsmarting himself. Dude, I'm throwing a DJ minimum 10 times. He's gonna have six targets in the first half. Minimum 6 targets.
I need you, bro. You my best. I'm throwing it to you.
This
time,
Cutler, Marshall. Remember how Jay would put that thing?
He threw it to him regardless.
He had with 5 people on him.
Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. I'm throwing it to you, bro. Make a play.
Now,
you my dude.
Ken, you said something that.
But at some point, guys. Okay, it was the line. It was the receivers. It's the coordinator. At some point, it's Justin. Like he's getting a pass because he's the nice guy and he makes big plays with his legs and this, that, and other. At some point, like I'm going 50-50 with him and Getsy. At some point, we got to start looking at Justin. Is he the dude?
I'm going 65-30 Getsy.
He ain't forgot how to play football, man.
Here's why.
I just think, like you said,
he ain't forget how to play football. I could use the same excuse for y'all using Claypool, like he ain't forget how to play football, that I can do for Justin Fields. I'm not saying he doesn't hold the ball long and all that. I'm not saying he misreads. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Claypool
Some of this stuff ain't on field, bro. Some of this stuff ain't on field.
Claypool has had success on the NFL level. Justin still hasn't had as a throwing quarterback, the success because of what he did in college. There's a bunch of bum-ass NFL quarterbacks that were great in college. That's how you get drafted. But the game is faster. The reads are different. And keep this in mind. Defenses catch up to you. Like you'll pop in and surprise them the first year, but now the game plan.
You threw me an alley-oop because I want to switch it over to the defense.
Okay.
Can I say
what
one
the
thing?
hell?
Real quick? Let me say one thing before I bounce out. I put a 65-35 on Getsy because of this. Get Justin completions early. By completions early, those are those bubble screens that you talk about. But also you can throw slants. Also, those are curls. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, his drop, 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Yeah.
Get him lathered up. Get him success early, and that will build his confidence for later for the rest of the game.
Sean, you didn't say pause.
Well, get him success early.
You said lather him up.
So. Oh, lather. So lather him up, pause. All right. And then get him going. You know how a lot of running backs give them 10, 15, 20, 25 carries, they get going.
Right.
The more carries they get, the more completions the quarterback gets early, the more confidence he has early. And that's on Getsy. Get him the ball. Get him nice, short, quick.
I totally agree with you, but here's my point. It's year 3. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Hell, look at Mac Jones. You can't keep treating this dude like a rookie. You're an NFL quarterback. It's year 3. We shouldn't have to lather him up as you say. We shouldn't be at that point. Like it's year 3, it's the second year in this system. It's like we got to throw all that out. Like we shouldn't have to baby Justin Fields. If
I'm not talking baby him, bro.
No, I'm just saying, but we shouldn't have to let's make sure he gets
tiptoe
comfortable
through
early and
the first quarter.
He's an NFL quarterback. If he was up there with Trevor Lawrence, look at Trevor Lawrence. I see a huge Trevor look like he's been in the league 10 years.
Trevor Lawrence got a coach that used to be a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence has a better coach. And then you can't compare Mac Jones. Mac Jones had a defensive coordinator for a damn
No,
offensive
but
coordinator
I'm
for a
saying,
whole year.
I'm saying
So
Mac
that
Jones
wasn't
looks
fair either.
better. No, I'm saying Mac Jones looks better in the pocket than Justin does.
Yeah, look at his offensive coordinator he got this year.
Yeah, but even last year, you can't. I'm saying in year 3, we can. In year 3, second year in the system, we can't keep babying Justin.
No, I agree. We should
Get
see
him
further progress. Is
comfortable.
that what you're
He's
saying?
got
Lucky,
another.
we should
Man,
see
get out
further
right.
progress.
Get out
I
there.
agree.
Be an
I
NFL
agree.
quarterback.
I agree.
Sling that thing
Yep.
around. Call audibles. Make the play. Let's
But
go.
I'm
Let's get
a
to
fan DJ Moore though. I'm not gonna lose him. I'm gonna be like, bruh, they brought you here. I'm gonna fan you.
A reason.
I don't care what the coaching staff talking about. I'm gonna fan you, bruh. I ain't gonna lose. That's what I would have told DJ Moore after the game. That's my fault, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fan you because you can't let him
DJ
check out. Like, why the hell am I here? Like, why
I
am I
can't
here?
wait till tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow to see how he comes out. I really
DJ
can't.
DJ was after the game. He was still cool about it. But I'll tell you what,
He gonna say that publicly.
one or two more games like that, and I don't think it's gonna be as cool. I think he's been one of those kids, and he has every right to be. Like you made me part of that deal. Like I was one of the reasons that you made that deal to get me over here, and you don't throw me. You don't throw me the ball.
Dude getting 1,100 yards with
He's
bum
right.
quarterbacks.
Bingo, Lucky. Bingo. And that's the whole thing. Like what? Dude, which means he's beaten double coverage before.
Right.
Like when he's at Carolina, who the hell did he have throwing to him? Nobody. So you know that whoever the quarterback was is throwing him the ball, and he still averaged 1,000 yards a year. Yeah. 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, but he averaged 1,000 yards a year. Still has more. He has what he did in Carolina. He has more receiving yards than any Chicago Bear receiver in the history of the Chicago Bears with bum quarterbacks.
Exactly, bum quarterback.
You get me fired up.
All right, man. Sorry about that. We got.
That's all right. We got on a tangent because man, we feeling it as fans. Watching the game is we can't have this. But the defense. I mean, come on. Now they making a change on the play calling. That defense, man. Listen. Then you got Eddie Jackson. This is supposed to be his breakout year. He out there looking elementary right now. You know what I'm saying? So the
They're gonna
defense
get him under
really
that contract too. But go ahead.
that the defense got to step up too. That defense got to step up more than what they showed in that first game because Jordan Love and Green Bay, they pretty much just walked the field on us. They walked the field on us.
But that they're not now we can really go into coaching because there's Alan Williams calling the plays, and they say that he's out for personal reasons, so they didn't demote him. He's out for personal reasons. That's the claim.
Yeah,
he didn't even make the flight. He didn't make the flight.
Okay.
But if at some point,
what he got a headache?
Right. The thing that was pathetic to me was there was no creativity to the defense at all. It was a vanilla defense. I thought I was watching a preseason game. Just rush 4 and drop the guys. It was no type of blitzes thrown at them. It was nothing. Now, part of that is the run. They were running early, but they did slow them down later in the game. But even with that, it's still the same old
screens, slants, curls. They were doing that all to us. The things we wanted to see, they was doing to us.
It was no jamming at the line. It was nothing creative. No linebacker blitz, no corner blitz, no disguise blitz. It was nothing. It was so vanilla. And a lot of us, and I agree with Colin Cowherd 100%, you hired a defense. Now, this is on polls. You hired a defensive guy when you're trying to, mend this quarterback into being a franchise quarterback. You hire a defensive guy, and the defense still sucks. Come on now.
Make it make sense.
Well, you see the move they made this week. Hey, dude, you the defensive guy, right? Yeah. You go back to being the defensive dude. But it's gonna help y'all this week because Baker Mayfield gonna throw y'all the ball at some point anyway. So it'll help y'all this week.
Baker
look good.
We thought Jordan Love was gonna throw us the ball and look bad out there.
Yeah.
I hope so, Kev. From your lips to God's ears, man. I'm waiting for a Baker clunker.
You already know. You know it's coming.
No, against us, it might be this is Baker's breakout moment where he gets a huge contract.
Right. We can't have that. Then we see his commercials all over again. All his commercials are gonna come back. We don't want to be
stadium.
Right, exactly. How about
pirate ship?
Right. How about making him uncomfortable and make him throw picks instead of waiting for him to mess up? How
Right.
about be creative with the defense? Let's put, if we're not getting pressure with the front four, let's come up with some type of blitz package or something to get this dude uncomfortable. Don't just let him sit back there. He gonna mess up eventually. Gonna mess up eventually.
Right.
Baker gonna throw you one. Y'all know that.
But you
But y'all
can't
got
make that.
to
You gotta make
Mike Evans. Mike Evans pissed off. They ain't give him his money. So, as you know, Tampa is Tampa. Now everybody thought Tampa was gonna tank. Then they went up there and beat Minnesota.
Well, let's say Minnesota lost the game. They didn't beat Minnesota. 3 turnovers and a half.
Well, they was in the game. Nobody thought that Tampa would be even like be in the game.
Yeah, but if you turn the ball over, you give them you give another team life when you turn the ball over. And lucky you couldn't be more on spot, man. Well, where's the 5 and 6 man pressure? Where's literally, you know what? Go man, have a corner blitz, linebacker have Tremaine Edmonds fly out on the cover of the slot. Bring people, bring them.
Well,
if you can't get you can't get there before. You can't. I don't give a damn how bad a quarterback is. If you give a quarterback 6 seconds, 7 seconds in the pocket, he's in the NFL for a reason. All right, he's going to be able to find somebody somewhere.
Yeah, and you know when you bring out them blitz packages, that secondary got to hold up. They got to hold up.
I feel confident about our secondary last week. I mean, Jalen Johnson before Kyler Gordon got hurt, even Tyreek Stevenson. Jaquan, I feel confident about that was the strength of our defense. They're still one of the strengths of our defenses. Put them to the test. You making money? You just got paid, Eddie. Jaquan, you just got bumped up and you got a whole bunch of status. You got your contract, Jalen Johnson. You're fighting for your contract. Put them to work. Put them to work. Get that quarterback off the spot. Make him throw early. Make him throw late. And you did nothing to move him off the spot.
Special teams was bullied all game long.
Yeah,
they got bullied all game long.
They won that phase easily.
We ain't had a good special team since what was dude named?
Are you talking players? Brendan Ivadeju or
no, the coordinator,
the coach, the coordinator.
The guy.
Teams.
Oh, no,
I can't remember his name right now.
He was one of the best in the league because he went to KC for a minute.
Yeah. So man, you know what? We at the top of the hour already, man. We rocking and rolling. So
Dave
we're gonna come back.
I get about my Bears, man.
Yeah, Dave told. He was a genius.
Bro.
He was a genius.
Our special teams ain't been shit since him.
Nope.
We're gonna come back to the NFL, but the story of the week, we gotta talk about prime time and Coach Norvell. Woo. Okay.
That story's overblown.
So we were doing it like in the box in our little group as we talked about this. For you all that don't know, Colorado State football coach said some things, about Prime in his press conference, talking about it was considered for me a cheap shot where he said, Prime, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mama taught me to do.
Right, his mama taught him. That's a shot there, though.
Now, are you saying his mama didn't teach you? I mean, you could go all kind of ways with this, man. And it's like
Deion mama ain't come in.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it, man. Lefty, what was your thoughts on this, man? Because they blew this up and they've been talking about it. And to be truthful, Shador, yesterday they was on ESPN. Him and Travis Hunter was on talking about it. I mean, now you giving them something to latch on to come out and destroy you with.
Run the score. Yeah, and as he should, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of coaches that don't like Deion, and because he's not the typical. He's not the typical coach. Like, he's prime time. That's been his nickname since college. Jewelry, like, he's gonna wear sunglasses and hats. Like, that's just what he do. So you got some of these old-fashioned thinking coaches that's not gonna like it. I think the story's overblown. It was very disrespectful, but I think for them to go into it and just keep, push this, I think the bigger story, which really went under the radar, is that Nick Saban's lost one of his players is transferring to Colorado. One of his top linebackers is leaving.
Oh, he's hot.
Oh, I missed that.
That's a big
He's
story. Yeah,
hot.
one of his top linebackers is leaving. Like Prime is taking over. The man got the Rock in Colorado. Had him on SmackDown last night.
Yeah, the Rock was there this morning.
Yeah.
And he got Michael Irvin and Warren Sapp running around the sideline. Like I think a lot of coaches don't like the attention he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
But Deion made a point. It was either yesterday or this morning that when you can't find a flaw with how I did things and how my team plays and they discipline, and I got 1,000 transfers with a couple penalties in a couple games, which means we're disciplined. If you can't find nothing to say about my team, then you talk about the man. And he was right. Now you taking jet. Now all of a sudden my mama ain't teach me to take a hat and glasses off. Like what you trying to say? What's the insinuation? Like where did they come from?
Kev,
Like,
what did I
are you
put in
really
that group?
saying, bro?
They got Boulder Stadium like it's the Forum.
Yeah.
You got all the stars. You got all the stars. I mean, it's star studded. You can't get a ticket. I mean,
Can't get a ticket.
Bro. Now
and
you got college game day there.
If you wasn't a student, you'd be
Wu-Tang
like
was in the house, bro.
Wu-Tang
was in the house yesterday.
Wu-Tang. I mean, you can go down.
Elder Dirty Bastard was there in spirit. ODB was there in spirit.
And you can walk down the street and smoke weed in Colorado. Like it's just totally.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Look at that. I don't think the Denver Nuggets got this much attention, and they won the NBA championship.
I mean, come on, man. It's ridiculous out there. Prime buys all the students the same glasses that he wear. You know, all the students got sunglasses and cowboy hats on. Dude, you just gave them a marketing tool off the chain. Deion gonna come out with cowboy hats. He gonna come out with sunglasses.
They already selling out of them glasses in the States.
Man,
just about to say, well, that's his brand. That's the one he has. He markets. Deion's a spokesperson for that brand. So that dude just gave. That's why underneath it says the primetime this or primetime marketing. That's marketing, dude. You know how many people are gonna want them primetime sunglasses just because? Because, man, he did Deion a favor.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you,
where does that come from,
gear,
man?
I'm going out to buy me some. I'm going to go get me some Buffalo gear, man. Because it is what it is.
So I got a question. The coach, first of all, this is Colorado State, number one. Wouldn't nobody give a damn about you if you wasn't even playing Colorado. That's number one. But you on your own podcast, they asked you what about the upcoming game this weekend with Colorado, and you thought to say, now you're gonna take a shot at the coach. You're not gonna say, well, I think we could beat them. You know, you ain't go play call wise or nothing like that. Player wise, you would took a shot at the coach.
And
like where'd it come from? Where'd it come from, bro? Like where you going? And then everybody in the room that laughed at it, right, should have asked him on point. Well, where'd that come from? I asked you about the game. Why are you taking a shot at the coach? See, but everybody laughed at it. Did nobody have an answer? Everybody, right?
Right. They was clapping.
I like how Ryan Clark checked this week. I never knew who he was.
Say what?
I hadn't heard of him, man. Now we know who the head coach of Colorado State is. I never heard of him before.
Right. Nobody give a damn, like I said.
And that press conference when they got no type of media hype or nothing unless he said that.
I like how Ryan Clark checked.
Yeah.
He said maybe you should concentrate on giving up 30 to whoever they played last week. Right. You know what I mean? Like you just taking shots at the coach. Now what's gonna be more embarrassing? If you go out here and get blown out, if I'm Deion, I will put my glasses on, I will put my hat on, I'll walk up to you, how you doing, sir? Good game. Or he could disrespect him and walk up to him and take his glasses and his hat off and then say good game. Like he could do either way after the game. He could go either way with it.
That's a great one. Take your hat and glasses off and then shake his hand like, here, let me, because my mama taught me better. My mama taught me right. Congratulations.
Right.
Congratulations on your ass whooping.
And then hand the glasses to him and say,
have a good day. Have a good day, sir.
Coach better.
No, put him out of his little pocket. Here you go. Here's some of these. These are
Right.
Right.
on the house. On the house.
By the way, the best player on your team is going to transfer to my school.
Oh, and you know,
I'll transfer
no,
to me.
you know what? Let's
I'm
take it
gonna talk to
further. What if
Fact.
he has a company send the Colorado State football team all a pair of his glasses?
Whoa. Talking about petty,
Super petty.
Petty White, Pettyville, baby. Yes,
Right.
yes.
But you're right on that, though.
Hey, man.
What you don't know is some of your recruits are now coming with me. You don't know this yet. You're going to find out after the season.
Right.
Right. Right. Hey, as they say, F around and find out.
He about to find out tonight.
He about to find out. All right, man. Let's talk about NFL now, because man, we into week 2. Kevo, I know you watched the game. What happened on the sideline with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown? They got into it. Even when head coach got to the press conference, he acted like I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And they go back to the tape. You were standing right there when it happened.
He broke it up.
Tell me, right. So don't say that was a epic fail on the press conference. You know how we talk about them fails. That was one. But what went down, Kevo?
Simple. AJ Brown wanted the ball. If you go back and watch the tape, pull it up on YouTube. Jalen Hurts kept saying, "I got you. I got you, bro. I got you." So apparently he thought he was open or something. I don't know. Or he wanted more targets because Smith was shining. Smith was killing. From Alabama.
Because they was putting all their defensive guys doubling over there. So he should have ate.
So maybe he thought he was opening a couple and Jalen didn't throw him the ball or whatever. Typical wide receiver diva stuff. But if you read Jalen Hurts' lips, he kept saying, "Bro, I got you. I got you. Like, I got you, bro." Like, right? So I think it was just a blow. Ain't no big deal. This ain't no Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen situation. This ain't that. Little blow up. They cool. He just wanted a couple more targets. That's all. It's just wide receiver diva stuff. They all right. They all right.
Which getting back to the Bears. They're getting back to the Bears. Receivers want the damn ball. Receivers don't get on the field and want to. I mean, it's your job to block, but that ain't all you want to do. You get tired of running routes and getting missed and things like that. It's very, very frustrating. But if you know, let's go to Monday night's game. Buffalo and the Jets, right? On that drive that sent the game into overtime. Did you see on the sideline when Diggs went up to Josh Allen? It wasn't a blow up. I know what he was saying. Throw me the damn ball. Don't worry about it. Just throw it to me. Don't worry. And on that drive, how many catches Diggs had? He's what? Throw me the damn ball. Receivers want the ball, especially the big time receivers that feel like they can beat their man. And when Hurts probably did miss him on a few plays.
Right, missed. Yeah. That's all right. It wasn't. I don't. They cool. But that Diggs situation could go left at any moment. Because Josh Allen will either fumble or throw the ball away. He'll do it.
Man, you were
Josh Allen is good, but he'll
Diggs ate Monday though. He was eating against that Jets defense. He was eating.
Yeah. But back to that Philly game, me and you, Kev, was talking about all the work that Swift was putting in, and you get on the goal line and you don't go to him and let him go ahead and finish
let him
off.
get a touchdown, man. The man had down at 200 yards.
Man,
he finally got one at the end.
He got one at the end, but I mean, he was putting in
got
work,
two of
bro.
those, though. Jalen Hurts.
He was putting in work, and I know Philly did this a lot last year when they got on the goal line. That was their money play. But God, Swift was giving you everything he got. Get that man a little time to celebrate in the end zone, man. All that work he's putting in, and y'all kept taking away from him. And he my fantasy guy, so that was another reason too. But get that man some shine, though.
But if you didn't give him the first one, then you should have gave him the second.
At any time he's liable to get hurt. That's why Detroit got rid of him. He can't stay healthy. So let me
bro,
get
the man
mine
had
while I'm on the field.
175 yards though, bro.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying let me get mine while I'm on the field, because
if you didn't give him the first touchdown with that, like you said, that play that can't nobody stop being, they did it all last year. Can't nobody apparently stop it.
Man,
but if you didn't give him the first one, then you gotta give him the second one. He got us down here again. He killing. Man, let me get this dude a touchdown. Like, come on, man.
It's a team game though, man. I don't think Swift upset about that.
I didn't know
saw
he's
him in the
from.
group.
They said during the game he's from Philly. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that was it, man. And he from Philly, so let him shine in front of the
Yeah.
hometown
I
boys.
mean, I get that, but if you got to play that can't nobody stop, that's what you're gonna use. That's what it is. Right? That's their MO.
Reward that man.
I agree. I agree. I agree with you on that.
Now, before we get into week 2 picks and all that,
I ain't
I
talking
got a
about Aaron
question for
Rodgers
y'all.
either.
Yeah, we're gonna come to that, but I got a question for you. Most likely to start 0-2, and why? Bengals, Bills, or Chiefs? KDL.
I think the Bengals play Baltimore.
That's right. Bills play
Chiefs
the
play
Raiders.
Jacksonville.
Bills play the
Buffalo
Raiders.
play who?
Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh, well, take Buffalo out.
Come on,
Now the
man.
Chiefs at Jackson. Yeah, just take them out. Chiefs at Jacksonville gonna be tough, and you know the Ravens at Bengals. But I think the Bengals will win at home. I do. I think the Bengals will win at home, which leads me to the Chiefs. Hey, look, man. Look, Kelsey is back. Chris Jones is back. But Trevor Lawrence, them ain't no joke, bro. Like, they really, the dude Jones, Kirk, I forgot who they running back is. Like, Jacksonville is talented, man, and they can put up points just like the Chiefs can.
Edney,
ETM.
whatever his
So,
name, ETM.
hey, you
ETM.
know,
Yeah.
and y'all know this. It's hard trying to win 2 in a row. Stuff just started happening. It led off with Chris Jones holdout. Travis Kelsey hurt. Like, y'all know it's tough trying to repeat 2 out of 3 years and all that. Yeah, man, stuff just started happening. All I'm saying. I'm not saying the Chiefs can't recover at 0-2, but if you ask me the question, based on the matchups, I go Chiefs.
Lefty.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Kev just because of the matchup, only because of the matchup, and that's more praise for Jacksonville than it is a shot at KC. I think Jacksonville's for real.
Right.
I think they for real. Like seriously, that's a good team, and yeah, Buffalo just because it's the Raiders, of course, and I don't see Cincy. I don't see them having as bad as a performance as they did.
They always start off slow, though.
Yeah,
Remember, they lost
I don't see
2
them
and
They
didn't
always
lose no more after that. They didn't lose no more after that.
Exactly. But
But
just because of the matchups, I agree with Kev 100%.
on a side note, I got to give it up to Chris Jones because he showed up to the game in the stands with his agents to watch the game.
in the booth.
That right there
In the
was
booth.
classic.
So
Hey, and a couple days later, they was like, all right, dog. Hey,
yeah, but
come
let
on.
me wait. Here's the question. All they did was add some stuff to the contract he already had. Like that's what you held out for some incentive based shit.
Well,
It didn't seem like the holdout and what he got. You know,
he went
like
from 20 to like 27, but he wanted 32.
27, but that's with the incentives though to get 27.
Yeah.
It ain't just 27 guaranteed in 1 year. It just got on some incentive based stuff. But for all the woofing and on Twitter, yeah, I see y'all game 8, and like you talking big, you caved, bro. You caved in
And
pretty quick.
I don't think they can tag him because it's gonna be too much to tag him, ain't it?
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be way too much.
So they're not gonna tag you. You about to be a free agent, sir.
Oh. But to cave on that after all that woofing you was doing, and I ain't come on, dude.
At the end of the day, you know
They
the
gave
man
you
want to play football.
They
dog.
gave you some M&Ms
You know they
and
want
some
to play.
peanuts, and you took it. Like,
Yeah. Gave him some M&Ms.
let me get some pack of M&Ms, some peanuts, a Reese cup. All right, I get on down with you now. But I'm just saying, but in those cases, that's why I like certain guys just be quiet in negotiations and all this. Don't get on there woofing and talking I see you game 8 and all that. So shut up. Shut the hell up. You just took the peanuts they used to you. Shut your ass up.
This would have been the perfect shut up and play.
Yeah, just shut up.
Shut up and play. Now, do the Ravens got the baddest luck in the league? Because DK Dobbins out with a Achilles injury. Now he did the ACL last year in training camp. Now game 1, it's the Achilles, same as an A-Rod. I mean, goodness gracious, talking about bad luck for
They lost
2
somebody
players.
else too. They lost somebody else too. I don't know if the other person out for the year. Dobbins out for the year, but Baltimore lost somebody else too. I want to say a receiver. if I'm not right. But if I'm not mistaken, but they lost somebody else. Like they injury history, bro.
Man, it's
Man,
ridiculous.
I feel bad for Dobbs. He can't get his NFL career started.
Yeah, he sure can.
Dang,
No, he can't.
I totally
He
agree
can't.
with you.
man, bro.
He worse than Saquon. Because Saquon at least played 2 or 3 games before his injuries hit him.
Saquon played a
Those,
whole
those
year,
couple of
then
years.
start getting hurt. This dude can't get
Right.
he can't get
He
started.
can't even.
Can't get going. That's sad, man.
Dang.
But
Now,
that's the NFL though. I mean, it is what it is.
did you see the faces on Jets country when A-Rod went down? I mean, when you say suck the life out of a stadium,
This was the biggest NFL story all offseason. It was Aaron Rodgers and the Jets on Hard Knocks and all that. And the fourth play, that happens. Your Achilles snaps, right? I mean, we were watching it, and I think Ronnie pointed out. At first, I thought maybe it was a foot sprain or something, but as the replay showed, and you saw his calf muscle, his calf kind of like
Yeah, you
wiggle.
saw that?
Yeah, you saw that wiggle. It was like, and look, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a jerk. I think he, I hate him for what he said about owning the Bears and all that. But I want to see him get beat, not get hurt. You know what I mean? I'd rather see him get beat than to go out like that. The question is, and I know he's saying the right things now, like I'm gonna rise again, this, that, and the other. Bro, you 40 coming off an Achilles.
but
I don't know, man.
he's a
He's
competitor,
coming back.
and this is
back.
not what he wanted his last season to be.
You ain't gonna go out
This
like
is
that.
he doesn't want that, but it's a
I
strong
get it.
possibility.
But that's a major injury. That's a whole
I get
year
it.
rehab, recovery.
I get it.
He's gonna be 40 when he comes back, bro. I don't know.
I get it. I get it.
know.
But I'm gonna tell you this. You know, and I know, regardless if you want to go through the rehab or not, and it's gonna be tough because he was damn near retired.
Yeah.
So when the rehab get tough, and he say, you know what, I'm rich, right? Okay, yeah, that's gonna cross his mind. I agree with you.
Jeopardy waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like Brady. I got money waiting.
I'm good.
But I just sacrificed money to make this team work. They're gonna go out and get some weapons. I gave back money. I did all this hype. I was a good soldier, right? I came to camp, training, all that. Man, I'm not finna walk away from the game like that, man. I'm gonna at least get back on the field. I'm gonna go out on my own terms. Like I think, like if you're a quarterback, especially if you're an athlete, man, you too competitive, bro, to just go out on it. Like I'm gonna end it just like this. No, I ain't going out like that.
Yeah.
No, I ain't going out like that, man. I agree with you, Lefty. His rehab is gonna be tough. Cause he's gonna be like millions waiting or go through this rehab. Millions waiting or go through, and I'm gonna be 40. Like, it's gonna be tough. But I don't think he's going out like that.
And look at it from this point. Like we all 50, in our 50s. Remember when you hit your 40s, man, cuts take longer to heal. When you get older, man, like this ain't no 21-year-old rehabbing from something like this. This dude's going to be 40, dude.
I played until I was 40, and I had 3 surgeries in 3 years. I played part of ball all up to 40, exactly 40. I had 3 surgeries from 40 to 43. I had three surgeries on my legs. I actually played up to 40. Now, of course, I wasn't no professional, but you're right. Your body feel a little different when you fall, when you pull something.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with you.
Them injuries take a little longer to get back now.
I 100% agree with you, but I don't think he's gonna go out like that, man. I really don't, man. I really don't.
I think his cockiness and his what we say, him being an asshole, is not gonna allow him to step away right now. He can't go out like this. Kev, I agree with you. Not on these terms. I want to go out on my terms.
Yes, and whoever this is, I agree. I forgot about the Bucks.
I stubbed my toe earlier this
year. So
money
ain't the issue.
I was out for 8 to 10 weeks. Shit don't heal no more, man. You're like, what the hell going on, man?
Well, Lefty, on this show, you had every injury under the sun.
Yes.
You can relate.
I'm an expert at walking on crutches. I could win a crutch Olympics. I've broken bones, tore shit, all type of injuries, man. It come with the game, but I just saying, man.
I think he's too arrogant to go out
Yeah.
and have people be like, "Oh, you went out." I think he's too arrogant. Now what Aaron Rodgers we get after that, that's a different story. Kobe Bryant came back at what 37 Achilles. I know it's a different sport, I get it, but wasn't he like 37 when he came back off or 36,
Yeah.
7 Achilles? Somebody else came off it too.
But
Came back.
like you guys said, that rehab is gonna be tough. What you got up here in the tank to go through that rehab? Because we know Kobe was just determined. So, if Aaron got that same determination as the Mamba, all right, he'll be back and he'll come back with something to prove.
You guys don't think that just to spite everybody, he's gonna come back? You don't think
I can see him
That's all
doing
like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Sean. That's why I know he's. I don't think he's gonna go out.
The hell with a rehab. I don't get it. He's gonna say F you. And truth be told, they got with him, they have a good a shot as anybody coming out of the AFC. Now that KC looks, I should say. KC looks human, man, because he got that defense. He's got a run game.
Yeah.
He's got a receiver.
That defense. Whew.
They are
and
legit.
they're young. So you got to look at it, Sean. They not going nowhere. They young. So if I come back, they'll be there next year for me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm personally cheering for Zach Wilson. I want to see the young man do good.
Hey,
not against Aaron Rodgers, but the fact that he's a young man, he get to year 3, and okay, you bring in everybody was against him with Mike White last year, and then you bring in Aaron Rodgers, pretty much just saying I'm a bum, and I get a chance to shine, man. Like I'm pulling for the young man.
All right, Kurt.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this. It was a tough situation to be put in on Monday Night Football when you ain't had no reps. Dude, go down, play 4, get in there, son.
Get ready.
Yo, show. Now that's tough. That's tough. Now I give him credit for that. Now he was damn near trying to throw the ball away like he do. He was trying, but you got to give him a little sympathy last week because he ain't had no reps. 4th play at the first game of the year, national audience.
Aaron playing the preseason.
No, but he's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just saying. He had reps.
First game of the year, play 4, get in there, son. National team. So you got to give him. I feel for him on that.
They didn't put Zach in the box. He came out there. He threw the ball. He didn't do what we did. Put him in the box and say, "Oh, we only can call these plays." No, they kept the playbook.
They let him throw the ball. Yeah,
they kept the playbook as it was.
Well, I'm also like that team is set up to where all he got to do is just don't F it up. Like, don't turn the ball over. Like, he's a mediocre quarterback. He has the best tools: a great defense and a run game.
So basically, be a good to a very good game manager.
A Cal Orton type, something like that. He don't have to go out and try to beat Aaron Rodgers and win games or outshoot. I saw a job pop there, but about the Dolphins. Yeah, the Dolphins got a hell of offense. You ain't got to come out and try to put up 40 a game. Like just keep it within. But what type of PR you got to do when y'all pretty much shitted on me last year? And bringing in Aaron Rodgers, pretty much just say, now you got to be like, he's our guy. We believe in him. We always have. No, you didn't. Stop lying.
But that's Aaron Rodgers, though.
You clearly
But if you Zach Wilson and they bringing in Aaron Rodgers, bro, you got to pretty much be like, okay, that's Aaron Rodgers. The most disrespectful thing is the dude under you, the team went out and got shirts with his name on it while you were still there. When they benched the team went out and said, Mike White, baby.
That's like your
and
old
you
lady
were
leaving
still in
you
the
for
locker
another
room.
dude.
That's the most disrespectful shit.
That's your old lady leaving you for another dude. Then he play her and dump her. Now she come back to you, and she got to be like, "Nah, baby, you are the greatest. Like, no, I believe in you. You my guy." Really?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's a sucker born every moment.
Lefty.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. But she know who she dealing with when she
I really do love you.
Yeah. Well, for a woman to pull that, she know who she dealing with. Number one.
I want to come home.
Yeah.
I want to
But
come
for
home.
real,
Right.
y'all don't think it was disrespectful for them to bench? Now Zach Wilson wasn't hurt. They just benched him.
Right.
And the team went out and got shirts made for the backup quarterback, bruh, while he was still in the locker room.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
that's disrespectful.
Now y'all all got to come in a press conference like he's our guy. We've always
So
believed in him.
when he came in the locker room, he had a Mike White shirt too in his locker.
Hey,
He had a shirt in his
everybody
locker
that's
too.
saying that, everybody that's saying that had a Mike White shirt.
He
Everybody
had a shirt too. He was in the locker room with a shirt on, like, man, this some bullshit.
including Garrett Wilson. Hey, Garrett Wilson, we got receipts, baby. You was the Mike White guy.
And that's why I'm cheering for Zach Wilson, man. Underdog,
Hey,
man. Get out there and show him something, dog.
What we say in the cigar shop? Turncoat Records at his finest.
Right. And ironically, his name is Zach.
Right.
Ironically. Let's go, Zach. Man, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, man. Let's go, Zach. I'm cheering for him. Do what you do.
We can't make this stuff up. They just give it to us, right? They just give it to us, and we just run with it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Week 2 matchups. You know, I always pick out a couple games for us to talk about, man. Lefty. Vikings in Philly.
Just played. They played already. They played Thursday. Philly won.
Yeah, they just played, brother.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Come on, Wack Kellerman. Come on, Wack Kellerman. Get it together.
Slow down. Slow down.
Come on,
down
Matt.
there.
Come on, Wack Kellerman. Let's go.
Come on,
Slow
Matt.
down, Kevin Curran. I got jokes too.
Molly's black brother.
Right. All right, man. My bad. Raiders versus Bills. Buffalo. They got them at 9.5.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess with that spread, but I think Buffalo bounced back. Buffalo still got a pretty good defense. And the Raiders already dealing with injuries. I think Garoppolo questionable already. So
he's questionable every game he plays. Stop.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, like what's the coach McDaniels is just proving more and more that he is not a head coach.
When do they fire him though? Like if the Raiders start off bad, when do they fire him, bro?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I think Buffalo bounced back. I don't see Josh Allen throwing 4 more interceptions, nothing like that. So they'll get back on track.
Yeah, but you know what? They said that Josh has reverted back to just being a gunslinger, trying to make every throw, and he can put it on the money. And
I mean, it was apparent.
Where's the man that developed him in New York?
Facts.
Brian Dable's gone.
Facts.
Let's see what happens.
Because he was trying to. Some of them passes is like, why did you throw that?
Dude, they were horrible.
Yeah, when Troy Aikman talked about you messing up.
Yeah, horrible interception. But he's a turnover machine, though. They showed.
Yeah, he'll pull it. That's what I'm saying. He's a talented dude, but he'll pull it too. You be like, dude, running reckless with the ball. And it's like he'll pull it, bro.
Then you guys digs in your ear, yelling at you and shit. Like, yeah, he under some scrutiny here.
And Gabe is a bona fide wide receiver.
Facts.
And he was looked off on several open plays, bro. It's like, what? I mean, because he was like that dude last year.
But he got to go to Diggs, man. Oh, he ain't gonna hit the end up.
All right,
man. Listen,
you can't get picked off 3 times by the same dude though. Like that shouldn't happen.
Dude just made a Pro Bowl off the first game of the year.
Dude, that was his incentives. They said his incentives for him to get 3 interceptions. He got his bonus money game 1.
Right.
Thanks,
Josh Allen.
Right. The front office like, damn, he writing a check right now. At halftime, he's writing a check.
And 2 of the interceptions were so easy, like he just threw the ball to him on the deep route. They were throwing catch about 10 yards.
Yeah. That right there. Woo. So you saying that the Bills are gonna win this one easily?
I'm not gonna say easily.
You know what? I wouldn't say easily because the Raiders can put up points.
Right.
The Raiders just can't hold you at the end of the game. Like the Raiders will blow the game, so it ain't like they can't score. They can't score. They just can't hold you when they get a lead.
The Raiders will raid.
Yeah,
I would
they'll
say
raid
I
that
would say
team.
stay away from that spread though. That spread is
Yeah,
way
I
too much.
wouldn't mess with it either.
That spread 9.5 too much.
All right. Ravens versus Bengals. They in Cincy. Both of the quarterbacks, you can say, stunk up the field last week. I mean, between the two of them, they just got over 200 yards between the two of them, and these are the highly touted. Both of them could be MVPs. I mean, Joe, this was pretty much his first preseason game, because he didn't get no reps with the ones. So and then this so-called high-powered offense that was supposed to be in Baltimore, I didn't see it. So I mean, Kev, your thoughts on this game? And that's 3.5 Cincy.
I think the game could go either way, but I think Cincinnati bounces back at the crib. I think Burrow will play better. I think he'll move the ball around because he didn't do nothing. I mean, Chase them couldn't get the ball. I think they'll move around. Now, Baltimore's defense is good, obviously. But I think Cincinnati will win. I'm going to tell you why. They can't go 0-2 in the division to start off the year. Like, you can't put yourself in a hole you can't lose to Cleveland and Baltimore back-to-back weeks to start the year. So not only are you on the climb up in the AFC, you got to climb up in your own division.
Yeah.
So I think they'll pull it out some kind of way. All Burrow got to do is play better, man. You know what I mean?
Now, okay, Burrow threw the ball 31 times. He was 14 for
Yeah,
31.
but he was running for his life half the time too. Like when are they going to address that?
Well,
Uh,
Cleveland was throwing all type of blitzes at him too, though.
I mean, Myles Garrett.
And
I get it, but dude,
crazy.
so Chase 5 for 9. Higgins 0 for 8.
Free agent to be Higgins. Free agent to be
0 for 8.
T. Higgins.
Boyd was 2 for 3. Mixon out of the backfield was 3 of 5. I can go down the list with they rabbit. See, he was throwing the ball. Now they didn't get runs out. They didn't get no yaks after they caught that. They was getting drilled.
Now
So
and it's not to overreact, but Cleveland could be a team that people not talking about can come out of nowhere. But I think what nobody's really addressing on the Baltimore side is that's a new offense with Lamar, and he didn't look good that first game. It's a whole new offense he learning. This ain't that same offense he's been running for years.
Well, they want him to throw the ball around now,
right? With those design runs, what I'm saying, he looked pretty shoddy, and for some, when you got to learn a new offense and you're trying to get it, like I don't know.
he was 17 for 22 with an interception, 169 yards.
Yeah,
I thought Beckham called
short games only. Short games only. That was it.
Yeah. So this a new thing. Like you got to keep an eye on Baltimore. Keep a close eye on.
I'm gonna take Cincy, man. You cannot afford to go 0-2 and to start off the year in your division. Can't do it.
What up, Cedric, Angela? Thank y'all for tuning in. Next up, we kind of talked about the Chiefs and Jags. I got the Chiefs by 2.5. Now, this right here is gonna be a game. This a game because this ain't the Jags from 2 years ago.
No.
So KDL.
To be honest with you, I took the Chiefs. I know I said they got the possibility to go 0-2. I still believe that. Confidence pool wise, I took the Chiefs because I think they know what it means to go 0-2. Go 0-2 to start off the year. So they don't want to get in the hole either. I'm thinking shootout. Y'all tell me what y'all feel about that. But I'm thinking shootout, and I think Mahomes with Kelsey back makes the difference. Close.
I'm taking Jacksonville. Ridley and Lawrence is the real deal, dude.
No, I agree with that. With that.
They the real deal, dude. Like, yeah. I think we're gonna be talking about Trevor MVP talks. I think we're gonna be talking about MVP talks.
That's a
you elevate them like that?
I think he gonna be in the conversation, man. Trevor.
They got to be one of the top teams for that, bro.
Hey, that team is for real. I like Jacksonville. I like the coach. I like the man, and really just added a whole new a whole new weaponry that, man, he got a go-to guy. Like, yeah. And
Shout out
dudes
to
that they
shout out to
signed
Hula
from,
Malone.
yeah,
Shout out
like,
to Hula
hey,
Malone. He been on Jacksonville for years, so I gotta give him credit for that.
I like Jacksonville in this game. I think Chiefs start off 0-2.
All right. Wow, that's strong, left. Put
Right.
this man in MVP conversations, but I get where you're going with it.
They gotta have one of the top records for the league for that.
Well, they got a running
weapons,
game, and
man.
they got weapons. So
that tight end,
and the defense ain't the defense ain't shabby.
Ooh. And dude can coach. Like, they got a hell of a coach over there. Like, you know, to bounce back from that debacle with what's his name, with the freak, what's Urban Meyer freaky ass. That the bounce back from that.
Come on, man. The freak. Come on, man.
Get lap dances. What are you doing, man?
On the road. Talking about, hey, y'all go back. I'm gonna chill.
Right. What are you doing?
Right. He taking an Uber to get a lap dance.
You going to Arnie's while your team
during the season?
All right, come on, dude.
Come on, man. Hey, like I say, we don't make this stuff up. They just give it to us.
We ain't lying, right? Right, exactly.
All right, man. The Bears versus Bucks. I got the Bucks by 3. Lefty.
I got the Bears bouncing back. Not saying they're gonna blow them out. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think the offense is gonna look a little better. It can't get no worse than what the hell we saw last week. And Baker is Baker. One thing Baker gonna do is be Baker. But
I don't think
Baker gonna Baker. We all know that.
But it's a lot of pressure on this coaching staff to be a little more creative, to be more aggressive on offense, to get it done. I think they'll do it. I think Poles and Harmon pull some people in the office. Like, hey,
I don't think anybody will want to go back to the principal's office. They don't want to be in the principal's office on Monday. Because I think Poles really laid into them after this. That's my thoughts. I think Poles laid into them.
No,
well, you see, folks, he calling the defense, so somebody told him to do that.
McCaskey was at Hallis Hall last week unannounced. He showed up at Hallis Hall. He ain't about that life. He's like, no. We could lose to Green Bay. We don't get blown out to Green Bay. Okay,
right.
Just so you know this.
Somebody laid off into them, man.
Oh yeah, he was. Multiple reports had him at Hallis Hall last week with a closed door meeting with Poles and Eberflus. Probably Warren too. Right? Hey, you know what? I know you ain't part of this. You're working on the stadium, but you get your ass in here too and listen to this.
Right.
Fix it. Fix it.
I'm yelling at you. You yelled at him. He yelled at him.
Right.
It trickles downhill. You know how it goes.
So that tells you if he shows up game 1. Hey, we ain't doing this. We're not doing this.
Hey, each one of them was in the office, and the assistant walked down, didn't call, said, y'all been summoned.
And you haven't heard from McCaskey all off
right now. They like right now.
Hey, they had a text, the email, and there was a dude at the door at the parking. The guy, I know I got the text. I know I got the email. I know. Oh, sir, do request. Do not go to your office. Do not collect $200.
Do not pass go. Don't pass go. Come on straight here
to the owner's office right now.
He made sure he had the air conditioner on Moon Oink when they came in. And he made them wait for a minute.
Hey, what do we always say? You squeezing you, kid. You better kick ass.
You better kick ass tonight. All right, man. Go ahead, Sean.
I was thinking like, imagine him walking in. There's like paper, plastic wrap on the floor. Like, oh snap! It's all plastic paper on the floor.
And rumor is McCaskey had on all black like Nino Brown on New Jack City.
Oh, he had the
rot.
Did he have a dog? Oh, somebody knows something.
No, you know what? He had Martin's dog.
Like, the chain on, like, hey man.
Hey. He was like, so nobody know what happened, huh? Nobody know
nothing. Nobody knows.
He's like G Money. G Money knows what happened.
Oh, G Money.
Hey, they just give it to us, baby. We just
There it is.
reporting it.
There it is.
All right, we got the 49ers and Rams. Got the Rams by 8. Now, I don't know
I mean, the
about this game.
49ers by 8 or
No, the 49ers,
No,
bro.
they got the Rams. They got the 49ers by 8.
right.
Now,
I'm about to say.
Thank you.
they in SoFi. They in SoFi now. Now, the Rams didn't look bad last week. They didn't look bad last week. So,
Shocker of the week. They went up there and beat Seattle. I didn't see that coming.
well, Lefty Parlay didn't see it either.
you ain't have to remind me of that. That's a
Oh,
soft spot, man. Soft spot.
my bad, Left. But
Right,
yeah,
man. Hey, man, that
you went
stuff
off.
like that hurt, man.
That hurt, man. I hit every damn thing. And Seattle was up at halftime. I should have.
I felt your pain, bro.
Yeah, that hurt. But okay.
Yeah. So, KDL, what you got on this matchup?
I got San Francisco because San Francisco always beats the damn Rams. Remember that? They always beat the Rams. The Rams beat them one time in the last couple of years, and that was for the NFC Championship or something like that when the Rams went to the Super Bowl. If you look at the record, San Francisco
Yeah.
always beats McVay.
That game,
Oh,
San Francisco
they're a
got
better
cupped.
team, man. Top to bottom,
They
they're a
got
better
cupped.
team. Man.
Yeah, they
Cup had
Cup
go ahead, Left.
out, ain't it? Cup still out, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about that game that they won. Cup was like all over the field. They couldn't stop him. But
Yeah.
And just looking at San Fran last week, man, they look for real.
They look down.
man,
They look for real, man. They
Now you give
Man.
Bosa another game. Bosa another game to get back.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, they
get back
look
in the
for real.
form like they.
I would
But
stay away
is
from
it?
that. I would stay away from that big point spread. I tend to stay away from them huge point spreads like that. Like 8 is a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, especially on the
Yeah.
road with the Rams
Yeah.
looking good. Like we never know, Rams
Right.
looking good. But is this a situation? Let me ask y'all this: Purdy has some talent, but is this another just don't screw it up, kid
is
situation?
this a trap game?
Definitely.
This could be a trap game.
I'm talking about
Honestly.
Purdy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because
I
you
think
going in
I think Purdy for real though. I think
Purdy for real, but I think your man got a huge chip on his shoulder from the he played through those injuries until he couldn't play no more, and they sat him down. So he got something to prove. Stafford, he got something to prove.
I mean, as long as Aaron Donald don't get to Purdy and mess up the whole rhythm, then
Well,
he don't throw it away.
that's a big task.
San
Yeah,
Fran
I mean,
got
he's gonna get him
weapons,
a couple
man.
times, but I'm just saying, as long as he don't get rattled and start throwing the ball away. That defense, San Francisco defense, like the Jets defense. We got this, bro. Just don't,
And
just don't turn the ball over.
he got weapons, man. Like San Fran, all around, they for real, man. They the real deal.
Ayuk is for real.
Yeah, him,
Yeah, he bad boy.
Debo, Caffrey, you got Kittles. Dude, that's
And you know
my team
Debo
is the
can
real
snap
deal.
anytime. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Debo a juke away from going to the house every time he touch it.
Man, they got playmakers, man. They're in good shape. I like
I
that.
got San Francisco in that.
All right,
Same here.
Jets and your favorite Kev, the favorite team you love to hate outside the Bears, Jets versus Cowboys. Now they got Dallas by 3.
So I hate Dallas.
We know.
But they took advantage of our offensive line. But don't get me started because that was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life, being a Giants fan. But I'm taking Dallas because the defense is for real, which I already knew. But the Jets offensive line ain't all that, bro.
Not at all.
Ain't all that, dog. So if Dallas gets back there, Michael Parsons them get back there, Zach Wilson will throw you the ball just like Baker Mayfield will. So hey, now you got to pick the Cowboys, especially at Dallas. You got to pick the Cowboys on that. I hate to do it, but you got to pick the Cowboys on that.
Yeah, definitely take the under on the points. Two good defenses. But Dallas just the better team. Like this, I'm not gonna go as far as say this their year, but they They look good against the Giants.
They always
I agree
talented.
with that.
They always
Yeah,
talented.
they look damn good. But that defense and
Well, they look like the '85
as,
Bears.
as
Well, they
long
were
as
playing against our offensive line too.
yeah,
So
as long as Dak don't F it up, they be straight. I've got the Cowboys in that one.
Well, you know, it was a rough night for KDL in the cigar shop.
it
Real
was.
rough night for him.
Him,
It was.
X, all of
We'll bounce back this week though.
y'all better.
Well, I will say
Who y'all playing? Olive Harvey.
you halfway handled it okay, Kev. You started your drink started to get a little heavier as the game ticked on.
Bro, hey man, look. Now I'm gonna be real. Now, that's real talk. Yeah, I talk shit about the Bears all day, right? And yeah, the Bears is messing up, right? Right? Same old Bear. I was talking shit all day, right? And then I watched my team open and drive, move the ball like it's nothing, right? Get down there. I think they either fumbled or something happened. And from that point on, everything just went left. Everything. They were moving the ball. I'm talking shit to Lloyd. Look like we moving the ball mighty easy, bro. This is the first drive of the game. And I think they fumbled. Right after that, block, kick, interception, fumble by Saquon to the house. Like everything just started happening, bro. Right at that point. Think back. They were moving the ball down the field like it was nothing. First drive. And after that, like, so I'm sitting there as a fan. Now I'm listening to y'all, but I'm watching. Man, I can't believe this shit, man.
Well,
Boom,
Kev,
boom, boom.
Kev had the
And
line
you
of the
didn't
night.
know.
Like, man, what
Kev had the line of the night. No, you're over.
you're over.
No, you're over.
You're out of there.
I meant to say the Bears, man. I didn't mean you. I meant to say the Bears. He caught me
Hey,
because I was
Kev.
drinking,
Kev
and he
went
caught
viral
me,
with that one.
and I was already pissed off, and I just responded like,
You saw Sheikah posted. You're over.
Right. Hey, Kev. Now, will you admit that your man Daniel Jones on that quarterback run play, he did not slide. He tripped again.
"Talking when they tried to knock the man's head off."
No. He
Talking about
tripped.
at the beginning.
So when he tripped, it was all bets off. Of course they gonna hit him. He was running. I don't know if he was like, okay, I'm about to slide, but next thing you know, them 2 feet, them 2 lefts got together and he tripped.
Didn't trip, man. The man tried to slide. The
Right?
man tried to knock his head.
We watched the replay, Kev, and you looked at me like, man,
It was a pretty clumsy.
you're over.
Pretty clumsy attempt to slide. Line of the night.
Giants absolutely embarrassed me last week. I thought we had reinforcements. You know, the Wilders, our rookie from Tennessee. You know, I thought going into the year, but they were going to let Daniel Jones throw the ball this year. Well, you can't do that. You don't have the offensive line for it. So now you got to go back to what you did last year was run him, let him do the check down and run him, and that has to be the offense. You don't have time to drop back.
I don't think y'all should overreact. I think I give more credit to Dallas.
I mean, we playing against Dallas. No, I agree with that.
I'm gonna give more credit to Dallas. I'm not gonna say the Giants are bums. They're gonna be 0-17, nothing like that. Like they'll be all right. But I think Dallas was just that dominant. You know,
Yeah,
we playing a hell of a defense. I agree. They're not that damn bad. Like
can't see them.
Okay,
all
that
right,
was
Lefty.
terrible.
Browns versus Steelers.
Ooh,
Browns 1.5.
Tough
Where's
one.
the game?
I think it's in Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's Monday night. That's Monday night. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Tomlin. I love Mike Tomlin. I think Cleveland is gonna be sneaky good. I'm gonna take Cleveland in that one. Deshaun Watson. He just got to do enough. I think he's gonna get back on the road.
Hey man, I kind of agree that the Browns are going to be better than. Now I'm not saying they're going to win the division or not.
Right. Yeah.
But if you look at their Browns roster, they actually got talent, bro.
A lot of talent.
They got that defense ain't had better. My man, Myles Garrett is a beast.
Myles Garrett,
a monster.
So I think they're going to be better. And Deshaun Watson can't just forget how to play football. Now, it's been 2 years. I get it. But as he gets back into everyday life
Getting that
of
rust
football,
off. Getting that rust off. Yeah.
yeah, he ain't gonna just lose his talent. He was one of the top quarterbacks the last 2 years, bro, for a reason. I know he's playing on shitty teams, but the man ain't just forgot how to play football, bro. He just ain't did it in 2 years.
You know when I
So
became a Myles Garrett fan? Last year during Halloween, when he posted on social media his
oh,
front yard,
his front yard, yeah.
and his front yard had the tombstones of every quarterback he and sack. Bro, that right there, if his
That's,
petty wasn't real.
yeah.
I said, you know what? I got to give it up to man because that right there was awesome. That was
Welcome to
awesome. His
welcome to Pettyville,
whole
baby. Welcome to
his
Pettyville.
whole yard was full of gravestones with all
That
the
was
quarterbacks. Man, that right there was that was cold. That's when I really became a fan because that means he woke up with the shits. He did.
Petty White.
Right, right. Now, okay, Seattle versus the Lions.
Detroit.
You going Detroit?
Detroit.
I'm so mad at Seattle
You
from
can't win
last
at
year.
home at the Rams. How the hell you gonna beat Detroit on the road?
Yeah, I'm so mad
I
at
mean,
Seattle.
make it make sense.
I'm so mad at Seattle. The Lions. You know, I know everybody was hyped over
I
the
got the
win at
Lions four and a
KC.
half.
Yeah, I know everybody was hyped over the win at KC. To me, I think KC blew that game more than Detroit just went out and like beat them. Like people act like they went out and dominated KC. They didn't, but
I'm not gonna say
Seattle,
that.
Seattle let me down, man. I got to go with Detroit. Shout out to Will Guy, Fred, all my Detroit people.
Well, I'm going Seattle because I think Detroit they on the high right now, and they going Detroit. I really think they going Detroit.
They're a well coached team, man. They're a well coached
Yeah,
team.
they are.
Play for
They are. But
Duke.
I
We
just think
always say that they play for Duke.
Yeah, he's a well
they
coached
play
team.
for them. But I think the rings and all of that, KC with the rings and all of that,
Yeah. If it
they
was in
they
Seattle,
entitled
I
for
would go
that.
the other way. If it was in Seattle, I would go the other way. But I like Detroit. I like them in this one.
And Jay Pye, you've been out there making comments talking about the Dolphins and their offense and all that. Dolphins versus Patriots. They got the Dolphins about 2.5. I don't think you going up to New England and just gonna run roughshod and have 20,000 yards like y'all did last week. I don't think that's happening. So I think this is gonna be a nail biter. But what do you all think?
I like Miami. I like Miami.
Patriots can't
I
score,
don't.
man.
Yeah, New England can't keep up. They won't be able to keep up. They
Well,
won't be
hell,
able to
Mac
keep up.
Jones
They
throwing
can't
the
score like
ball.
Miami.
Yeah, but they won't be able to keep up. Miami, that offense that's a real offense. that's something
It's
serious.
high powered. It's high
Mhm.
powered. But we all know, and I hate to say it, he ain't been hit yet.
Yeah, but I don't think that I like I said, I just can't see I can't see Mac Jones keeping up with two in that offense. I can't
And keep up.
I can't see it.
Well, it
And
all
and
hinges
you got a
on New England's defense.
You got a Fangio defense coming after Mac Jones too.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
I don't and
And
I
he
just
will
don't think
switch
they can
up.
keep up.
Now he is somebody that will switch up in a heartbeat, man, and throw all he throwing the kitchen sink at you.
Still one of the
Is
best D
Mac Jones
coordinators in the
ready for
league.
that?
Still one of the
Is
best D
Mac
coordinators
ready
in
for
the league.
that?
Yeah. Yep.
I got Miami.
I don't see how J. Pa, born and raised here, and he all in Miami. It's like, okay, J. Pa,
And
I'm gonna
Miami might be
report
feeling
you and
good
get you
about
blocked on
themselves.
Facebook.
Y'all look at it like this. Miami might be feeling good about themselves. Aaron Rodgers went down and Buffalo lost their first game.
Hmm.
And we stay healthy, we can pull this division off.
Yeah, that's
They might
strong.
be feeling good. I know it's only game 2, I get it. But Aaron Rodgers going down was huge for that division.
Yep.
I just,
Well, hey, we came down to another end of this show. Man, this ride went quick today. Quick today. But we love giving y'all the sports like we do it in the cigar shop, man. We love this, man. So this show goes by quickly for us. I wish we had another few minutes to keep going, but we coming to the end. So we gonna come out with our parting shots. Lefty, I'll let you go first.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in again. Yeah, the show flew by, man. I didn't even realize that we were at
Yeah, it
that
did,
2 hour
right?
mark. But that's NFL, man. NFL season is here. It's what gets us fired up. You know, we had a lot to talk about. Like once again, thank you all for tuning in. If y'all free today, day drinking for the week, Licorice Lounge, hosted by Mr. Fuller Life Ty and Angry Man Sly. I'm gonna pop in there and holler at them for a minute. So yeah, if y'all ain't doing nothing, come on out and tomorrow, if y'all just want to watch the game with the fellas, we gonna invade NOLA Cigars 99 to Torrance. If y'all just want to pop in and watch the game with us, talk crazy, have a good time. So
Right.
see you when
Yeah,
we see you.
I popped in there on Wednesday, man. I got a nice little setup, real nice,
Mhm.
sexy little place.
Catch us in traffic.
They got a day
We
party
got
starting at 11 tomorrow too. People might want to
yeah,
get there early.
yeah. They got a day party coming, so it's gonna be a whole vibe because the fellas will be in the place. If y'all don't know, F around and find out. Come on out here, talk some shiggity with the fellas as we watch the football games and so forth. We got a couple minutes left, man. But Team USA in the FIBA, total embarrassment. But I know Kev, you get mad. It's just a travesty. Now you got all the players saying, "Hey, we playing in Paris next year." Everybody coming out. LeBron, Steph,
Yeah.
KD, all Booker. They all coming to the house now. So now we'll see what this international play is really like once we got our best of the best there.
I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't necessarily say embarrassment. They put the team together wrong, and they put it together last minute and went out there and just thought they could win on talent. But if you watch each game, they got killed down low every
Oh
game.
yeah, the big.
Whoever
They
big
had no
man
bigs.
had it, they was killing. So they did their job technically and just qualified for next year. Now here come the reinforcements. I guarantee you Steph plays next year. I get depending on how they end the year, who healthy or whatever. But just think about it. You're gonna see Devin Booker. You're gonna see Damon Lillard. You will see Steph Curry. You will see big man. They trying to enhance and be like it's gonna be an entirely different squad that show up next year. I think they're gonna keep Anthony Edwards, but a lot of them guys, your Austin Reeves, all them, goodbye. Gunning, Jalen Brunson, gunning, go back and gun in New York. That's over with.
Right,
You're gonna see a whole different squad next year. Watch. They're gonna have to because your Jokers and your Giannis's and they're gonna play for their country.
right.
Yep.
So you gotta
Whole
bring it.
different
You gotta
story.
bring it. This
So
is the Olympics. This ain't FIBA next year. It's the Olympics.
So, fellas, as I always say at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
There's the
There's the fellas.
yes,
we out.
Sean, take us out of here, man, and we'll see you guys next week.